Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Armstrong with today's Tuesday tips. Yes, it has been a while. However, I said this the last video. Things do get a little time cramp for me due to the nature of my practice and my business, and all of the other dealings that I have, obligations that I have that I have to tend to. And a lot of times I'm not able to actually just jump on here, set this up, and do this type of video. However, I'm going to try to start doing it early in the mornings so that I can get these out so that you all can enjoy learning a little bit about yourselves, and how we operate as humans, and how we think, and how our thoughts affects our actions. Let me go here and say, today we're going to talk about thought control. And it's not the type of mind or thought control that you're thinking of. There is scientific proof that we can affect, our bodies can have a physical reaction to the thoughts of our mind. And with that being said, we want to look at what we call understanding the gut and brain connection. That's what is called in the world of psychology, or the mind-gut connection. Key points here that, of course, I'm reading off handy-dandy notes here. There seems to be a bidirectional effect between intestinal microbiota and mood disorders. Okay, and now it doesn't necessarily have to be a disorder. I do want to state that. We've all come across the old saying, "Oh my God, I got butterflies in my stomach. I'm so nervous." All of that is stemming from the anxieties that you are experiencing, especially for someone who gets up to speak on an open public format, or a minister sometimes who gets up to preach. They're nervous and they feel it in their gut. I've even known some people who are, to speak before a crowd, they have to go to the bathroom before speaking because their bodies are going through these changes due to the effects of an anxiety that they have, or before being presented to an audience. The gut-brain axis includes mechanisms of neurobiochemical, neuroendocrine, and neuroimmune systems. Okay, chronic or acute stress can break down the lining of the gut, allowing certain toxins to enter the bloodstream and activate the immune system. Okay, now one that I think is rather popular is the nervous feeling. Okay, the nervous feeling. So if you've ever felt the butterflies in your stomach before giving a presentation, like I just stated, scientists call this little brain, the eccentric nervous system, which is in two thin layers of over 100 million nerve cells lining your entire gastrointestinal tract. On another level, the thought-brain axis includes mechanisms of the neurobiochemical, neuroendocrine, and neuroimmune systems. So it might be more accurate to say that we have little brains throughout our body. Okay. A lot of times when we are in a nervous predicament, we have this tendency to want to either withdraw, and we have the fight or flight method, or we're going to, man, I can't do this. I'm not equipped for this. Don't have these thoughts of doubt in your mind. Instead, have a more attack mode. Okay, look, I'm up to do this. I'm gonna get it done. Let's go. It's all in the change of your thought. And therefore, guess what? Adrenaline is released. And adrenaline can be either good or bad for us, right? Because if we're in a positive mind frame, that adrenaline will push us in the right direction to do the right thing. Hey, let's go out here, let's get it done. When you're in a sports event or you have to speak, it's all in the way you control your thoughts. My mom was, well, still is, president of one of our choirs in church. They're elderly now, so they're not as active. Um, and although our church has somewhat of a competitive nature to it, we have programs where different choirs would come and sing before our bishop, or in these elaborate services with our bishop. And my mother always had this mentality of, we're going to go out there on that floor and we're going to give it our best. I've never seen that woman nervous. I've never seen her doubtful, but it's always get out there and make sure we give them our best. So it's the mentality. If you're in leadership, it's the mentality of you, your vibe, your spirit, your energy goes on to the people who you are leading. Thought control. Now, if you have a leader that's scared, a leader that's, or if you're someone who's very hesitant and then procrastinate about what you're doing, then guess what? That nervousness, that chemical imbalance between the mind and the gut, it starts to take over. It can happen at work. It can happen at school. It can happen in church. It can happen around family. It can happen anywhere. But I can guarantee you that if you follow some of these tips, right? Number one, think positive. That's number one. Think positive. Number two, don't let anyone into your ear that's going to put this, oh man, this negative talk. Are you sure you're ready for this? Are you sure? That's trying to project doubt onto you. Don't do that. Stay to yourself. Go out and accomplish what you need to accomplish. Okay? Number three, think more highly of yourself. When you think more highly of yourself, when you puff yourself up and say, hey, look, I got this. Okay? You may still have the little nervous feeling, but if that positive mind frame is overriding the negative self-doubt, guess what? The next time you get out there, you're able to do it even better. And then the next time you go out there, you're able to do it even better. So as we see, the mind helps control the gut, and it's somewhat of a psychosomatic relationship. People can think themselves sick. People can think themselves into a depression. People can think themselves into an anxiety. People can think themselves into all types of neurological and psychological disorders. Is that where you want to be? We have a young elder in our church who says, I suggest that you change your method of thinking. Reframe your thoughts, restructure your thoughts. Change the way you think. Change your outcome, change the look of the outcome that you're looking for. Change it. But the change starts here. If you can't change it in here, guess what? It can't be changed. Surround yourself with positivity. Don't let people project onto you. Okay? You know what you can do in the time frame that you're allotted to do. You don't have to please anybody. Nobody. Mother, father, sister, brother, husband, wife, friend. Nobody in this world you have to please but yourself. All right? If you see your friends doing this, that, and the other, moving on, guess what? Hey, I'm happy for you. Your time will come. Put God first. I am a believer. If you put God first, things will work out for you. All right? Well, look, folks, thank you so very much. Thank you for listening. I do hope and pray that you have a great rest of the week. Like, subscribe, share, and all that stuff. I got to get the video out the way, the commercial out the way. Thank you. All right. And if you are in need of any professional help, please seek the help that you need. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.